Welcome to Nerd Party Talk. I'm your friendly host. Hey, you're not in this movie.
No, I wants to celebrate it.
What up, party people? Welcome to Nerd Party Talk, the show where we take time to celebrate all that is gloriously nerdy.
I'm Spider-Man. Okay, fine. No, really. I'm just Johnny. What's up?
And I'm Christopher George, and we just came from watching The Amazing Spiderman 2. Yeah. I really I enjoyed this film. I had no idea why it's been getting some mixed reviews. Well, I know why it's been getting mixed reviews, but to me, I thought it was a great film.
Yeah, it was a great addition to the Spider-Man movies, even including the old ones. I fanboyed out so hard. If people know me, Spider-Man is my second favorite superhero of all time. Probably one of my favorite growing up. But
hence the
mask.
Even
and
have the Andrew Garfield hair.
I'm not saying that Andrew Garfield inspired my hair or anything, but he inspired my hair.
Like the Asian version of Peter Parker. I'm kind of like the Asian version of Dane Dehaan.
That's why we're best friends.
But yeah, no, this movie was great. There's a lot of things that I like about this film. Andrew Garfield is the epitome of Peter Parker. He is the essence of Peter Parker. Just like how Robert Downey is
Iron
Man, and how
I'm sorry if you haven't seen this movie yet. We're probably going to talk spoilers because we're pretty big fans. So let's just do spoilers.
Go watch the movie. We'll tell you right now, it's a good movie. Go watch it and then come back and see us and join in on the conversation.
So it picks up right after, probably a little bit after the events of Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man, Peter Parker has, he's been Spider-Man for a while now, as you can see from all the trailers and all the marketing that we got.
That's why it's so hard to differentiate between Peter Parker and Andrew Garfield.
We see Spider-Man as Spider-Man, and he's been good at it for a while. And now
he's not a noob anymore.
Yeah, he's not new. He's a little bit more confident in like his swinging and his,
he's got some spider swag.
He's got spider swag. He's got a lot of it. And it's really, you can really see it on screen. Yeah, like we were saying, Andrew Garfield, fantastic. I remember when I first saw him cast as Spider-Man, I was like, oh, really? Like a
social network guy?
Yeah, I think you get a British guy but he nails it.
Can't even tell that he's an Englishman. Yeah. It was funny with that one scene where Gwen is going to take her finals for that position in Oxford.
Yeah.
And they obviously she had to do it at the English consulate or the British consulate. And the secretary, he was like,
talking to
save the queen, or he was doing some like British.
It was pretty funny
humor, but it was funny.
Next up, we got Emma Stone. Emma Stone was great again.
I adore that woman.
So I think everybody knows a little bit that they're dating in real life, or apparently they are. And what's
they don't hide it, but they're very they are private about it, and they're very nonchalant about it.
Yeah, they do like weird things, like stop taking pictures of me, donate to blah, 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 blah. Like, they're really cool. I think it's pretty cool to work with somebody you love and to show that kind of chemistry. Like, I love this guy right here. If we were to work on screen with each other, I think it would show that we actually adore each other. But
next Spider-Man reboot. Shattered Dimensions.
Asian Spider-Man, Asian Harry Osborn.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gwen did an awesome job.
Yeah. No, I love Emma Stone. She's so charming, and like you cannot like her. Like, and because they're in and her and Andrew are in a relationship together, like we were saying how like it just translated so beautifully on film, like the banter that they had with each other kind of makes me really sad that I'm single. So.
Yeah, kind of. See, like I'm getting mixed up saying like Andrew, Peter, Gwen, and Emma because like they've embodied those characters. Like they really have. Like I adore them as them.
I think we should get this over with. Like, if you're a comic book fan, it's no surprise that Gwen dies. And if you aren't a comic book fan and you didn't know that, then that's your bad because we told you there'd be spoilers.
My bad. But I actually bet my left test. Okay, I didn't. I bet my firstborn kid that Gwen was gonna die, and if Gwen didn't die, Chris could have just
fatherless.
I'm childless. You can't have my firstborn because Gwen died, and we'll talk about that scene later. But next, let's talk about Dane Dehaan.
Yeah,
he's an amazing, great actor.
This cast was just
stellar,
awesome,
great.
At first, I was a little bit weary of how he would pull off his Harry because like I didn't know if he was gonna do like kind of a whiny, bratty, kind of thing. But you know, with watching his previous films with Place Beyond the Pines, he was awesome in Chronicle.
I wonder if he's damaged in real life because this guy plays a damaged daddy issue person so well. Yeah, like I was saying to Chris, like this guy would play an awesome serial killer. Like, but
he'd be an awesome Carnage.
That too. Yeah,
with Cletus Cassidy.
Like, oh man, like this guy's
super talented. He's super talented. He's the next, to me, in my opinion, he's the next Leonardo DiCaprio. If he keeps keeps going on the path that he's going, give your agent a raise or something. I don't know. This guy's doing good. Yeah. He's my age. He's 20. He's 28. He's 28. And he's married. Wow. Apparently, it took him 2 years. 2 months to officially get the role. I heard that he had to like fight for it, whatnot. But which I'm glad he did because I think he did. He did a good Harry, a nice modern Harry. I thought his Goblin was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I was saying how like. It's cool how they layered his voice. They doubled his voice, so it sounded like he had like kind of like a split personality that was emergent in his like a physical representation of like his schizophrenia. Yeah, because that's what kind of Goblin is, right? He's kind of like it's a different personality. I can't wait for his other installments, like to see him in more movies. I can't wait. Like he looked awesome too as like the Goblin, like. Aside from like the messy hair, but that's just a minor somehow thing. But the teeth I thought were awesome. Yeah, it was like the fangs, like and dirty. It's like kids. If you smoke too much, this is what your teeth will look like. But yeah, it was really cool. Jamie Foxx. Listen, Jamie Foxx. It's Jamie Foxx. He's in everything. He's played a president. He's played freaking slave. He's played everything. This guy has played everything, and this is just another freaking notch on his belt. It's to play with villain. I didn't like his Max Dhillon. I thought he was too much of like a loser. Like he was trying too hard to be a loser. Yeah, I felt like that. Max Dhillon was what Tobey Maguire was. Yeah, like that loser that everybody just pushed around. Like nobody. Do people actually do that in real life? Just knock you down and you're invisible to people. Speaking of Tobey Maguire, I think Andrew has the better cry face. Oh yeah, he's so much less uglier. Kobe has this like, but everybody looks ugly. But Jamie Foxx, like I was surprised at how much I actually liked Electro in this movie. Like his final suit was awesome. Yeah, like that late all black latex with like the lightning bolt there. The voice was really great, surprisingly, because I ragged on that voice when I heard it in the trailers. Yeah. But it was a stellar voice. Yeah, no, it was pretty cool. Like you see him transform too. Like people sometimes think like acting is really easy and stuff, but like that stuff is hard. Like. You see us do our cheesy intros in the beginning of these things. That's like it's hard for us to play that nerdy whatever dude. He talks to himself. You can see it when he was in his apartment and talking. He was a little bit obsessed with Spider-Man because, like, honestly, to tell you the truth, if Spider-Man existed, it's creepy to us. But if he existed and he saved my life, I would be a little bit obsessed with Spider-Man too. But to the point where he was like pretending Spider-Man was actually
but
there.
he was he has no friends. That's why he just does that.
True.
Because I think we've had a conversation about this before. When it's just you behind closed door and you know nobody's watching, you do some stupid stuff. You'll pick your nose, you'll itch your butt. No one's looking. Nobody needs to know those things. So I think Max just does that, and he just does that because nobody's watching, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And every single character from Spider-Man to Goblin, you could relate to every single one of them. Like I said, if I was saved by Spider-Man, I would probably be a little obsessed with Spider-Man. I've never been saved by Spider-Man, but I have a lot of Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah.
Peter Parker, who doesn't want to be Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Right? Like daddy issue Goblin.
They both had daddy issues.
If you were dying, you know what I mean? You would want to be better too, right?
Yeah.
It's just how it is. And what were we talking about? Sorry about that. We're talking about Dane Dehaan, right?
We were talking about
no, we were talking
Electro.
about Electro, yeah.
But yeah, he was good. My only qualm with the entire my only qualm with the entire film was that it's not even something that's about the film in particular. It's about the marketing. I thought they oversaturated their marketing with all these trailers, and like we basically knew everything about the movie with just seeing the trailer. I think if they kind of made things a little bit more subtle, people would have appreciated the film a little bit more.
We didn't know all of the story, but we got to see all the action. I think we saw a little bit of every scene in the movie. I think it was just a terrible thing. You have Spider-Man. Spider-Man is Spider-Man. He sells himself. Like, you know what I mean? He's in everything from Walmart to like
they were too aggressive with
They were way too aggressive, dude. Marketing. We're going to watch it anyways. These girls are going to watch it anyways. These kids are going to watch it anyways. We all grew up on him. He's an old character. Yeah. So the way... Yeah, I heard that like the budget between making the movie and the marketing was almost like the same, which is dumb. Like, I just feel like you could have made another Spider-Man movie with that money that you used on the marketing.
Speaking of...
pushed way too much.
Him being an old character, it's funny how he referenced... the 60s when Aunt May was like, you should tell Jonah Jameson to give you a decent wage on those photographs, and he's like, it's not the 1960s.
Yeah, he was like, I am getting a decent wage according to the 1960s or something. That was pretty
and
cool.
I feel your pain. But you know what one of my favorite scenes was? That really intimate moment with him and Aunt May where he's just like, I need you to tell me about my dad, and she's like, no, like I don't want to do that to you. They dropped me on my doorstep, and I was the one who washed your dirty underwear, and told you to brush your teeth and do your homework. You're my boy. It's like, you're my boy.
I love your dad, but you know what? Screw him. Yeah. Like, I took care of you. Yeah. He did this to us,
and Peter was like, like, I am yours. I am your boy. Like you are the world to me. So that was my favorite moment. Up until Gwen Stacey dying. I have a love-hate thing with that because Emma Stone is no longer going to be in the Spider-Man franchise, probably in like flashback snippets and stuff like that. But no, like the chemistry with Andrew, and I'm just gonna miss that. That's why I'm really, really hoping that Shailene Woodley is gonna pull off, like, because she has to pull off like an excellent Mary Jane, because Mary Jane is the definition of Spider-Man's love life. Like, she is the one. Like, and if he felt that way about Gwen in this iteration of Peter Parker, Mary Jane has to do something to wow us. Be like wow, like she is the one for Peter Parker, right?
Yeah. There was a great line that Gwen said in the beginning, like, I like Spider-Man, but I love Peter Parker. Yeah. That was a great line, and it just shows you that, like, this is a Peter Parker movie, like, as much as it is. He is Peter Parker before he is Spider-Man, and
we all want someone that loves us for who we really are, and not like this fake exterior that we show others.
It was really strumming on our heartstrings.
No, like the entire movie had like a great message. Like stand up for what you
Yeah.
believe in, follow your own path.
Yeah.
Like have the courage to face your fears, like that little boy. And yeah, there's like Spider-Man embodies like all these like great messages. He is what all us guys and some girls, when we're growing up, he is what we dream of. We want to be something heroic, something that you want our lives to have some sort of meaning and some like, I know that it's like delusion of grandeur, but we just want, you know,
to be better.
To be better. Like to
there was what was I gonna say? Let's talk a little bit about the story. I like this was kind of like we were saying before, how it set up the whole Spider-Man universe, and this movie pretty much sets it up. We all know that Oscorp is bad, which is kind of weird. Like, you kind of know Oscorp is bad, but Gwen's still working there.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's okay. Yeah, like the movie, I felt like Goblin, they didn't spend enough time with him, but which is fine because we know that he's going to be in the other films. But like, it just sets up all these other the Sinister Six. I'm surprised he didn't say he's like, I want to keep my team small.
Yeah,
I thought he's gonna say like, just give me like six of them. Like, give me
That'd
five
been
more.
super
Give
cheesy,
me
though.
5 more. Yeah, that would have been super cheesy. But I think the story was really cool. The whole like twist thing on how like, oh, I injected the spiders with my blood was kind of funky, but you know, you just accept it to what it is. Like,
yeah, that was kind of weird how like they used the spider blood to turn him into the Goblin.
Yeah, which is kind of makes Peter a little bit way more important than he already is. Like, he's Spider-Man, and now his blood is what can cure. I don't know, not cure, but like, yeah, pretty much cure. We do it into the spiders again, and I think it made it a lot more, you know, because now, like, Harry Osborn knows who Spider-Man. Yeah. He knows who he is. Yeah. So in the next movie, he's going after Peter. And
maybe Aunt May.
Maybe Aunt May. She's the only one left, man.
Yeah. I don't think they'll kill off Aunt May.
Yeah,
it's Aunt May.
Yeah,
she's like, she's like, what can I kind of compare her to?
Oh, she's like the innocence. She's the ground, his sacred ground. And I was saying to Chris that I really liked the shot where he was standing in the cemetery. It was kind of extra when when the seasons were changing and stuff, but
you know what? I'd probably be doing that exact same thing.
It was intense, and it was just showing how, like, I don't know, just the beautiful symmetry of all the graveyards, and just like how Peter's just surrounded by death, and like, it doesn't matter where he goes, people are gonna die around him, and that's just how Spider-Man is. And imagine if you were, I know he's 30 in real life, but imagine if you were a teenager and you were going through all that crap. Like, it'd be pretty intense.
It's a lot to handle for any individual, superhero or not. Yeah. But I thought of another thing that kind of bothered me, but at the same time, I was actually quite happy with the way they did it. Is how, like, well, if you follow the comics, you know that that Peter Parker is like a science protege. Like, he is brilliant. Like, I think he scored like really high on a particular test, and even beat Reed Richards at that age in the comics. And in this film, when Peter was trying to figure out how to beat Electro, it took it took the help of Gwen to help him figure it out. So I was kind of bothered that he couldn't figure that out on his own, because Peter's like super smart. But on the same token, I'm really glad that it was Gwen the one that had to figure it out. And showing like a nice, strong female character, and you know how much that resonates with us. Why does that resonate so much with us?
Our moms. I don't know. Yeah, no, I really like that too. It gave Gwen something to do, gave her purpose. I think they did that in the first film too. So, she's super stubborn, and you can see it, and it shows. Like,
I know, because we're tired of all the like, lipstick female,
like the other woman,
the typical lipstick mean girls type of female, because they broke our hearts over over the years in high school. No,
yeah,
I'm
you
just
know who you are. No, I'm just kidding. But
no, it's cool. If you like that sort of thing, that's cool. But
no. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about I don't know. The action was great,
Yeah.
I think. Every time you see Spider-Man,
yeah,
I was saying
people were complaining prior to the release that there was too much CGI. Did you think there was too much CGI in this film?
honestly there were some points where there were like, yeah, you could tell that it's CGI, and then you can tell that it's just his like suit, unless they CGI'd his suit like in fabric and it looked fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But
Here's the thing.
I don't mind it.
Here's the thing. You can't really complain about CGI because if you're gonna portray something as spectacular and fantastic as Spider-Man, there's no way you're gonna like get someone to do all that.
Yeah.
Like
Not even like Jackie Chan or the
No,
most like nimble person could do any
impossible.
of that. Yeah, I was
He's
saying,
superhuman.
yeah, I was saying
He
like
transcends
Spider-Man's like no other superhero. The way he moves, like how agile he is, and all those different movements are all like coined by him. Like nobody can do that, so it's
Yeah.
okay that it's CGI.
Yeah.
Even Electro, what are you supposed to do? Like have like a guy in a rubber, put prosthetics on him consistently so that he looks like
Yeah.
he's electricity. I know they did that with the Dane Dehaan with Harry Osborn. I think it took like an hour or a bit
like prosthetics
to
and stuff?
put all that on him and to put that suit on him, and he was barely the Goblin.
Yeah.
So respects, mad props to that.
Yeah, whoever was in the makeup department,
Mhm.
stellar work there.
Yeah.
Like I'd like he was like when I first saw that screen
Mhm.
when they released when Dane Dehaan was in makeup.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, like he looks awesome.
Yeah, I thought he looked really good too. People were like, "Oh, he looks like the Joker or whatever." It's a Goblin. Goblin kind of
that's high praise.
Yeah,
if
man.
you're saying he looks like the Joker,
Talking
I think
about
that's high praise.
talking about behind the scenes, the musical score was freaking awesome as
Yeah.
well. Who did it? Same guy that does Man of Steel and
Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, did Hans Zimmer do it?
I
I don't know. I don't care.
Kinda
Okay, fine.
sounded
I
like
do
a-
care, but it was freaking awesome. The moments where like Electro's theme song came on.
He's scoring Batman Superman,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, of course.
It was freaking awesome. The score was awesome. That whatever heavy rock dubstep thing.
Yeah.
And then how they
It
portrayed
fit really well with
Yeah.
the Electro character.
and his
for
like
sure.
his thoughts talking to him like, oh, he doesn't remember you, but it was going with
Yeah.
the song. And then even those like intense moments when it's just Gwen and Peter on screen, and then even like it was fantastic. The music was great in there.
I'm also glad that they reverted back to the original spider suit.
Mhm.
Like I get in Amazing Spider-Man 1 that he kind of just
Yeah.
put it together because he's just starting out.
The
but
suit
I'm
in
glad
that kind of looked
it's back
terrifying.
to this
Like
guy right here.
it was scary. Like the suit was scary in the first one. I think it was more menacing.
Yeah.
It's like
Because they used the Oakley
yeah.
sunglasses
Yeah,
to
it
make
was
the
funny,
eyes.
yeah.
And Spider-Man doesn't have dark eyes.
Let's talk a little bit about Gwen's death. Like we said, we all
Oh,
knew
yeah.
we all knew it was
Best
coming.
part.
Um,
When it was coming, like when Goblin came and they were fighting in the tower, I was like, "Oh, here it comes! Here it comes!"
there was like I was saying to Chris earlier, there was a movie last year that came out called Her with Joaquin Phoenix, and
Good
that
movie.
great movie. And I watched it in January, and that was the last movie to give me some sort of tear jerking,
Yeah.
emotions.
Even
but the
though-
moment when Gwen dies, like I legit had to take like it was building up and it was dropping down, and I was crying. I'd admit it. I don't care. I was crying. I had to take my 3D glasses off, screw 3D, and then I had to wipe my tears out to enjoy the rest of the movie. But like that moment, I cried. Like
two things for me. Well, maybe three. One, it was beautifully shot.
yes,
Beautifully captured, and the way they depicted it was just a lot better than I pictured it.
yeah,
Especially because like he was just barely inches away from saving her, and like instead of her like crashing horribly to the ground, she just they kind of
Just
did
like
the
a
subtle,
little-
like, boom. And I was just
Which
and
will kill
everyone
you.
everyone it will obviously kill you. Everyone in the theater was like, "Oh."
silent.
And like, but another thing, as she was falling and Peter like shot his web, you couldn't, even though being a comic book fan and knowing that her death was inevitable, you couldn't help but feel like
he's
come
gonna
on, save her. Is he gonna save
the
her?
webbing turned into a hand. It was just like a symbolism of him, like him trying to be like
so beautiful,
human. And I know it was kind of cheesy, but like it was just like a human hand trying to reach out and save this girl. But like it was already over. And then, she was dead. But when the movie started,
and then when Peter was holding her in his arms, and he's just like, "Stay with me," like, and like, it was a touching scene. It was certainly tugged on my heartstrings. I didn't shed any tears in this one, but
because he's more manly than I.
No, that's not true. I cried on Fruitvale Station.
I didn't cry. No. Like I do this thing when I'm about to cry. Like when that happened, like when it happened, I was like, "Fuck!" Like I'm like, I try to like smile. I do this like I bite on something. I like, fuck. This shit. Like holy crap.
You know what? Crying it's a great feeling. You get this feeling of catharsis, like all this emotional rush, and it like you're just releasing all this negative energy. Like I think crying is biologically good for you.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with crying, no matter how masculine you are, no matter how jacked you are, how much of a gym rat you are. It's okay to cry. You're only human. Just like it's okay to love comic books and be nerdy like us.
Yeah. All right. So, do you have any closing thoughts on this movie before we give it a score?
I think reviewers were a little bit too harsh with this film.
Way too harsh.
Because I get it. Spider-Man has
it's sacred.
There's a high expectation for it.
Great responsibility.
But on the same token, we've had Spider-Man 3, so anything that comes out can't be as bad as that. And I thought they executed this really well. Yes, there could have been more action sequences and more Spider-Man, but it just takes away from the fact that this is a grounded movie. This is where the direction superhero movies are going. It's grounded in reality so that it's more relatable, and I enjoy it that way. All right, sorry, a little bit of technical difficulty there, but as I was saying, this was a great sequel to The Amazing Spider-Man. At least I think so. Go into the movie with an open mind, and just like with any other film, and judge it for yourself and not for the opinions that other people have. Reviews are great so that you can decide whether or not you want to see a film, but listen to different reviewers. Like listen to us. Listen to what are famous YouTubers? John
the Schmoes, Jeremy Johns,
that's his name.
Stuckman,
AMC Movie
Pick,
Talk,
all of them.
Rotten Tomatoes. Read a bunch of reviews from that. Get a diverse kaleidoscope, if you will, of opinions, and that way you have something to predicate your own opinion on. But this movie, I will give it maybe an 8 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
All right.
And 8 out of 10.
Just to add on to what Chris was saying, like everybody has their own opinions, and I think the main reason why I watch these reviews and do them too is to have like a conversation with everybody.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
that's the best part
I don't know these reviewers, right? Yeah. But I feel like I do with all their movies and their tastes, and sometimes like when I listen to them I agree with them, or sometimes when I'm listening to them I don't agree with them. It's like a viral conversation. We're not technically talking to each other, but we're kind of still talking to each other because we're looking like at the camera, we're talking to somebody's watching or nobody's watching, but we're talking to somebody.
Subjective. Nobody is right and nobody is wrong. That's the great thing about being a film fan, or for anything that requires some sort of opinion. Like, subjective. You can't be mad at people for liking a film or not liking a film. I don't get that. That's stupid. Like, enjoy the fact that we live in an age where all these beautiful universes can come to fruition, and Like, just be happy about that.
Well, for me, The Amazing Spider-Man was delightful. I freaking love it. I can't wait to own it on Blu-ray. Like I said again, I can't wait to watch it with all the other Spider-Mans. The acting was great. Everything was just great, minus some little things that were a little nitpicky, but nobody's perfect. Spider-Man's freaking far from being perfect.
Also, looking forward to
the
Venom standalone.
The Venom movie. Can't freaking wait. I don't know how they're going to do it. I trust in them. I don't know how they're going to do a Venom movie without Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And same with Sinister Six. If they said that they're going to do a Sinister Six movie without Spider-Man, I don't know who they're going to fight. I don't know what's going to happen. If it's just going to be like some weird origin story, how they're all built and made, but like I don't know what they're going to do.
My guess is that
fight each other.
Eddie Brock is going to have some sort of conflict with dealing with the symbiote, and then it'll probably like split off and create Carnage, and they'll do like a
Carnage
maximum Carnage without Spider-Man. I don't know. I have no idea how they're gonna pull it off, because they did say that Spider-Man and Venom would not appear in the same movie before the Venom standalone. So gonna be very interested to see that.
Well,
can't wait.
I'm gonna give Spider-Man maybe like an 8.5 and maybe even a 9.
Yeah.
Nice. It's just fresh out of my head. I love Spider-Man. Like I said again, Spider-Man is my second favorite superhero of all time. It used to be my first until Batman beat him up. But I freaking love this. I love this movie. Yeah. I'll watch it again any day.
So if you haven't watched it and you saw this,
you're dumb, but I love you.
But go watch it. Go support it. Yeah, so that's probably it for us today. Thanks for nerding out with us on this episode of Nerd Party Talk.
We got X-Men next.
I think we got X-Men coming up.
This month is awesome.
Yeah, May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th.
That's coming up.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get some more like Star Wars news, and Star Wars is dear to my heart. So yeah, do you want to, hey Johnny, where can people find you if they want to talk to you? You can
swing your way to Instagram and Twitter and all of them, to Johnny Vu, JONNYVU, and that's where you'll find me. If you ever watch this video and whatnot, just say I brought you here from wherever, and I don't know, we'll talk. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, once this starts rolling, we've only been doing this for like a month or two now.
Yeah,
we got a whole bunch of stuff here to like give away. And yeah, you can find me if you want to ever talk to me about comic books, movies, or video games. Those are my thing. Or even music. Music's our thing too. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at __ Christopher G. I always forget that. And on Instagram at Christopher George XO. You can follow us both on Twitter at Nerd Party Talk. Tweet us there. Have a chat with us. And if you haven't done so already,
Webb, shoot away and click that
subscribe button. Click that like button. Tell a friend. Tell your mom. Tell your sister.
Tell your Aunt May.
Tell your Aunt May. Yeah. And yeah, we really enjoy talking with you guys. And don't forget, celebrate your nerdiness.
Peace.
Peace.